Hi everyone and welcome to the Career Chat Show with me, Yanmo. Have you ever been in situations whereby you feel that you're giving more than you're receiving? Or you feel that the relationships that you're in are not balanced at all? You feel sometimes those relationships are even parasitic as opposed to symbiotic. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced being the one that usually reaches out to other people and you keep finding out how other people are and nobody ever reaches out to you? And even when they do reach out to you, it's all about them. If you are that person that reaches out to people, or if you are that person that is expecting people to reach out to you, this Career Chat Show is for you. So let's get into it. Human beings are innately very selfish, very self centered. It's all about me, 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 me. And because we're all wired differently, I realize that we don't do the same things. Now, one thing I do know is if you're a giver by personality, you want to give your time, you want to give your counsel, your advice, you just want to be there for people. But you have to be careful because people will tend to take it for granted. And why do they take it for granted? Because they just feel, well, Yammer is there. Well, so and so is there. Well, so and so is there. But that shouldn't be the case. Relationships is a two-way street. It's all about giving and taking and compromising. So if you find out that you're the person that is always giving and people are always taking from you or drawing from you, you have to ensure that you're rewriting your own rules of engagement. What does that mean? It means setting up boundaries that protects you from being taken advantage of. How does this relate to your career? It relates to your career because there are people in the workplace that will use you because they know that you are there, you're available, you're helpful, and they don't care. They don't care how draining it is on you. And I know they don't care because they never ever stop to say, how are you doing? They never pause to ask, how are things going with you? People like that are parasitic people. Now, you cannot change their behavior, but you can change how you relate with them. Hence, you have to come up with your own rules of engagement. And this is also the same in life. People want a part of you, and everybody wants, especially for people that are givers, they want you, and they never ever stop to think about how can they give back to you? How can they actually help you? They don't think about that. Relationships are about two people coming together to serve themselves, to help themselves, to ensure that they grow together. So if you are that person that is always giving, you have to rewrite your rules of engagement so that you set up boundaries so that you do not feel that you're being used. If you get to a point where you feel you're being used, you really need to stop. And for the other people on the other side that are very parasitic, now you're going to say, well, Yama, why are you calling me parasitic? Well, listen, if the shoe fits, right? So it's not, if you are unconscious that you're doing it, then you're unconscious. But at some point, people will tell you that, hang on, this is how you are. Therefore, you now become aware. Now that you are aware, what are you doing about it? There's no point. The one thing I really can't stand is when people say, this is how I am. Well, guess what? How you are doesn't serve you. How you are doesn't serve your relationships. How you are does not serve the future career that you want. So why don't you do something about that limiting character of how you are and start working on it so that you can be somebody that pours and refreshes other people? Being a taker is not a good thing. And nobody is going to put their hand up to say, oh, I'm a taker, I'm a taker, I'm a taker. No. But in the way you address people, in the way you relate with people, the signs are there that you are clearly a taker. You don't give. And I'm not talking of money, please. I'm talking of giving of your time, giving of your expertise, giving of your even of your talents. So I'm saying this because relationships get very toxic because people don't stop to think about how they are adding or benefiting to the relationship. They just stop and they sometimes have a pity party to say, oh, this person no longer calls me, that person no longer does this, that person no longer does this. Well, stop. Have you reached out to the person? Or are you just sitting down and making assumptions? Are you sitting down and making assumptions? What if the person is going through stress? but you would never know if you don't reach out to the person. So I'm sharing this to say that we all have to do better with our relationships. Oftentimes we have shallow relationships, but if you are a relational person, then you need to think about having visceral relationships. And to have visceral relationship is sacrificial. To have visceral relationships takes time. To have visceral relationship means that you cannot hold on to your limiting character that doesn't serve you. So what are you going to do about it? And I'm challenging you today in today's chat show. What are you going to do about it? See, the person that is not just a relational person, but the person that is willing to give and to accept and to receive, those are the people that will excel in their careers. And those are the people that people really want to be around. Yes, we can all go to functions and we can all, take the selfies and laugh here and there. But deep down, you know that you're not connecting. Deep down, you know that the person is not connected with you. God has created human beings to be relational people. This is why when COVID happened, we didn't know what to do with ourselves. Why? Because we're relational people. We're not supposed to be by ourselves. So if you do not learn to become better at reaching out and not be the person that expects other people to reach out to you, then you're going to struggle in life. That is the truth. You will feel nobody cares for you. You will feel nobody wants to know you. You will feel nobody knows you. But you have to stop. So, what am I saying? I'm saying that we all, collectively and individually, have to make better decisions to be better people, to have better relationships. Relationships are a two-way street. You don't expect other people to do for you what you're not willing to do for other people, right? The Bible says, do unto others as you expect others to do unto you. So if you want it, what are you willing to do? If you want it, what are you willing to do? So that's all I'm going to talk about into this chat show. It's really more of a charge of you know of a challenge to us and how we are generally. And we can all be better. We can all do better. We can all be better. We can all have better. But to be better, to do better, and to have better means that we have to actually stand up and do the work. Right? Nothing, we get better by doing. We don't get better by talking. We don't get better by knowing. So, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the link below, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions or you feel I have said anything that you don't particularly agree with, that's absolutely fine. Leave in the comments below. And until the next chat show, you stay blessed and keep smiling. God bless you. Bye.